Hello, welcome Wizard World and Runaways fans. Welcome to the Wizard World Virtual Experiences. My name is Tony Kim. Joining me today is Lemmy. Hi, Lemmy.
Hi, I'm Lemmy Duncan. I'll be interpreting into Japanese today. はじめまして、ダンカンレミと申します。本日通訳をさせていただきます。お時間に限りがありますので、少し要約させていただく箇所もあるかと思いますが、よろしくお願いします。
Please welcome with me playing Leslie Dean. Please welcome Annie Wersching. Hi, Annie.
Hi. How are you?
Well, Annie, we're going to ask all of our guests to come on. Do you have one favorite memory or maybe a favorite gift from the holidays? Is there something you could share?
Oh, wow. No, it was kind of just beautiful chaos. I have 3 young boys, and it was just, we stayed home, and it was wonderful.
All right.
では、最初の質問ですね。クリスマスには何か特別なことをしましたか？で、アニーさんの答えが、男の子3人いますので、家でゆっくりしました。
Exactly.
And playing Catherine Wilder, please welcome Angel Parker.
Hi,
Angel. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to see everybody.
And we have to ask you, how was your holidays? Do you have a special memory or a special gift that you could share with us?
Oh, we're all home, right? We're all home. We watched Soul on Disney Plus, so I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
If you want to cry and deep think about your life. But no, we had a wonderful holiday. Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
はい、クリスマスはもちろん家で過ごしました。ディズニープラスでソウルを見ました。とても感動する作品なので、もし泣きたければぜひぜひご覧ください。
And welcome Janet Stein to the stage. Brigid Brannagh. You hear it? Yeah. Hi, Hey, hello.
Janet Stein.
Daisy Yorks.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Tell us, welcome and happy holidays. How was your holidays, and a special memory for you or a special gift?
It was great. Usually we go back east, but we had to stay home. But I did get to see my sisters, and we did a gift trade, and my husband chose a fanny pack that was a old man's belly. Terrible. But he had us on the floor laughing. So that was pretty memorable.
It was a fanny
not
pack.
Good, but memorable.
It was a fanny pack that had a man's belly printed on it?
Yes. Terrible. Like every time you looked up, you're like, this is very awkward.
Okay.
That was his gift?
It was a white elephant.
Okay.
Great.
So let me have fun interpreting that one. So.
Okay. 普段は帰るんですけど、今回はずっと家にいて姉妹とプレゼント交換をしました。そして、夫がウエストポーチをつけてたんですけど、そのウエストポーチが大きなお腹のウエストポーチでみんなもう大爆笑しました。
And please welcome playing Brittany Minoru. Please welcome Brittany Ishibashi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. How about you? Do you have a favorite gift or a thing you did or something fun for the holidays?
I've got to say, I have 2 little ones, and it's, when you're a kid, you're like, Christmas is awesome. It's the most magical thing. But I think when you're a parent and you get to see Christmas through your kids' eyes, it's it's incredible. I mean, it's chaotic, but it's incredible. And I have a different kind of belly to go with just your husband's, Brigid, because I'm expecting a little girl in April.
Yay!
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Awesome. So special Christmas.
はい、クリスマスは子供が2人いるので、子供の頃にすごいクリスマスが素敵だなと思ってたんですけど、今改めてお子さんが2人いるので、子供の視点からクリスマスを見ると本当に素晴らしくて素敵なシーズンだなと思います。そして実は今お腹に子供がいて、4月に女の子を出産する予定です。
And welcome Zavin to the stage, Clarissa Thibeaux.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Can you share about your holidays?
Yes, so I am spending the holidays in Colorado with my partner's family. And this year I got snowshoes for Christmas, which I thought still were basically tennis rackets, but they've evolved apparently, and they're really cool.
今年のクリスマスと年末は、パートナーの家族とコロラド州で過ごす予定です。で、クリスマスプレゼントにスノーシューズという雪用の靴をいただいたんですけども、本当にテニスラケットみたいでびっくりしました。
And no stranger to Wizard World, please welcome Victor Stein, James Marsters.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm really good.
Yeah. Anything special about the holidays for you?
Yes, I gave myself a new gaming console for Christmas. So I had my old one and I gave it to the next door neighbor's son to see his smile. And he was over the moon. My kids are grown and I had to mail my presents to them. So I didn't get to see their faces. But I got to see this young man get a pretty good gaming console. He was very happy.
クリスマスは新しいゲーム機を買いました。そして古い今まで使っていたゲーム機はお隣さんの息子さんにプレゼントしました。自身の子供たちはもう結構年齢が高いので直接会えなかったんですけど、このお隣さんの息子にプレゼントをして彼のとっても幸せそうな笑顔を見ることができたのでとても良かったです。
All right. And playing Robert Minoru, please welcome James Yaegashi.
Hello, how are you? 皆さんどうも、ジェームズ・ヤエガシです。はじめまして、よろしくお願いします。
Well, James, how was your holidays?
It was fun, actually. We are like the rest of the country, sort of, encouraged to stay indoors, small groups. So that's what we did. We stayed with we stayed in our house in Brooklyn, but we had my sister's family over. It was a lot of fun. My two sisters' family, and it was a little bit of a bummer because last holidays I was in Japan, and so it was too bad that we weren't able to be back in Japan this holiday. But c'est la vie. 通訳どうしましょう？
お願いしていいですか？せっかくなので。
じゃあ、短く。クリスマスは、アメリカ全土がそうであるように、なるべく外出は控えるようにっていう、何ですか、警戒令みたいなのが出てるので、うちでゆっくり過ごしました。妹が2人ブルックリンに住んでるので、妹の家族と一緒に、我が家で過ごしました。去年は日本の実家に帰って日本で楽しく過ごせたんですけれども、それが今年できなくてちょっと残念ですね。
Right, and please welcome to the stage, playing Nico Minoru. Please welcome Lyrica Okano.
Hey.
All right.
How are you doing? Aww.
Lyrica, did you have a favorite gift from the holidays that you can share?
Gift? Oh my goodness. I got a picture frame from my partner's family of our cat and dog cuddling together because I got a cat and a dog this year. So that was really nice.
Oh, you got a cat and dog this year?
Yeah, this year there's been so many changes, man. I have two furry babies now. I'm a mom. Very exciting times. But yeah, love them very much. They're very sweet.
All right.
今年のクリスマスは写真のフレームをパートナーのお父さんとお母さんからいただきました。その写真のフレーム何が入っているかというと、犬と飼っているワンちゃんと猫ちゃんが一緒にこうやって抱き合っている写真です。このワンちゃんと猫ちゃんも今年飼い出したのでもうとてもお気に入りです。
And last but not least, please welcome to the stage Karolina Dean, Virginia Gardner.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
How
about you? Do you have any special memories or a gift or something that you could share from the holidays?
Yeah, I hosted Christmas for my family for the first time in LA, and we cuddled with our dogs a ton, watched Soul, which was so good, and just ate a bunch of food. It was great.
You watched Soul?
Yeah, I loved it. It was so good.
Okay. クリスマスはLA で家族のためにクリスマスパーティーを主催しました。そしてソウルを見てとっても良かったです。
Well, I love the Marvel's Runaways, and for many reasons, it was a quick 3 seasons. But what I love especially about it is so much diversity. And so, you look around this panel, I mean, just so much diversity and such a rich experience and cast. And so, thank you all for joining us. But before we get into the Runaways, we actually have a non-Runaways question. Many of you are from the Buffy universe. And so from the website, James Marsters News website, they have a specific question for you. So the question is this, for like Annie and Brigid, Brittany, James. Do you have any quick, fun memories that you could share from filming from the Buffy universe? So James, can I just kick it off for you real quick?
Sure.
Can I try first?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 今回は Marvel Runaway の、パネルなんですけど、その前にちょっとエンジェルというシリーズの質問をしていきたいと思います。皆さんキャストの中で出演されている方がいらっしゃるので、そのエンジェルでの撮影で楽しかったエピソードがあれば教えていただきたいです。Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a memory from Buffy. When you do stunts, if they come running over after the stunt and ask you if you're okay, you know that you fooled the director and the crew. And there was one time when Camden, who played one of the gentlemen in Hush, was playing another character, was drowning me. And Camden and I did it so well that they came in the middle of the take and pulled Camden off me, thinking they were saving my life. That's one of my favorite memories.
このシリーズの中で、スタントをするとき、ディレクターや撮影のクルーの人から大丈夫って聞かれたら、ちゃんとみんなを騙せてるっていうことだと自分は認識しています。キャムデンが私を水の中にこうやって沈めるシーンがあるんですけど、その沈めて、演技なんですけど、それをしてた時、撮影のクルーが走ってきて私の人生を命を救おうとしたので、その時うまく演技して騙せたなと確信しました。
I have a go, Rich.
Sorry. I don't know if this is fun, but I was chained with my arms out in a ball gown for a scene that lasted very long from every angle and took hours. And they had a fan going and my arms are chained and my hair kept blowing in my mouth and my eyes and on my lipstick. And it was maybe one of the longest days I've had filming.
武道会に着ていくようなとても豪華なドレスを着てチェーンに結ばれて、もうガンガン扇風機みたいなので風にさらされて、もう髪が顔に入ったり、もうめちゃくちゃになりながらずっとこのような感じで一日中撮影した日があるんですけども、その日はもう人生で一番長く感じました。
Annie?
My experience was only one episode. I think I had one line, maybe like 10 words, but it was one of my very first things. And at the time, I lived a half a block from Paramount and got to walk. That's where Angel shot. And then years later, that's where we Runaways shot. So that was kind of cool at the time.
Full circle.
私はエンジェルでは1エピソードにしか登場してないんですけど、当時パラマウントで撮影して、で今回ランナーウェイもパラマウントで撮影したので、それがとても特別だと感じました。
I have a fun one.
Yeah.
Mine, I was really young. It was one of my first jobs and it was on Angel. And it was my first job, like getting to go on location. And we got to shoot in Vegas for like over a week. And I went without my parents and it was super cool. I worked with Andy, who played Lorne. And I just remember it being like a super magical, cool experience. And also I was in Vegas and I was like a kid and it was everyone made it really, really fun for me.
私は当時もとても幼かったので、しかも初めてのロケでベガスで1週間だったので、もうとてもワクワクしていて、親なしでたった一人で1週間撮影するというのがとても楽しくて、記憶に残っております。
Well, we have a lot of fan questions, and so obviously with a cast of this size on the panel, it's going to be tough to get to everyone. So I'm going to try my best to sort of like target and focus and clump some of these together. And so my first question is, so I'm going to ask maybe 3 of you to answer this, Max, so we can move on to another question. We'd love to know how everyone got their respective roles, but I'm asking like 3 of you, is there, in getting your role, was there an interesting story, something that's, a happenstance, an accident, something that surprised you about how you got your respective character?
今日はお時間に限りがあるので皆さんに全ての質問にお答えいただくのは少し難しいかもしれないんですけど、今回の役柄が決まるにあたり何か面白いエピソードがあったら教えていただきたいです。
I think I got a very interesting one. Try to beat it if you can. I practice Aikido and I was coming out of an afternoon practice. And I get a call from my agent saying, can you go into ABC casting? This is in New York, at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And this was like 3 in the afternoon that I was getting the call. And I live in Brooklyn. I was like, I don't think I can, because I don't think I can make it that, And she's like, okay, they really want to see you. So let me see if they're willing to let you just come in late and I'll call you back. And ABC was like, yeah, we love for you to come in, even if it's after hours or whatever. So I did that. They didn't send me sides. I had nothing to look at beforehand because it was so sudden. I got there, and the casting director was so sweet. She's like, I know this is sudden. Just come in and let's read it and do as many takes as we want to for the camera. This was on a Wednesday. And so I went and did it, and then I got back home. My agent was like, get ready to pack your bags, because the testing is going to be on Friday, and it's most likely going to happen. And so I was like, oh, okay. Found out, Thursday morning, I think, that I was going to go out, had to pack my bags, go to LaGuardia, and fly over, checked into the hotel, went to bed, and then had to test the next day. It was all like boom, 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 and I had no time to prepare whatsoever. じゃあ日本語でちょっとこれすいません、今かなり長く喋ったのですいませんね。私がこの仕事のオーディションを受けた電話が実は合気道の稽古から出てきた直後だったんですよ。ちょうど午後の3時頃で、それでエージェントが5時にアポっていうかキャスティングディレクターが5時にアポに来てくれないかってお願いしてるんだけど来れますかって聞いたんですね。でキャスティングディレクターはマンハッタンで私はブルックリンに住んでるんですね。だから2時間じゃ到底着替えてシャワーしてマンハッタンまで行くのは無理だよって伝えたらじゃあちょっとでもかなり来てほしいみたいだから一応向こうに電話して遅くなってもいいかちょっと確認しますっていうでまた電話が来て、遅くても何時になってもいいからオフィスが閉まった後でもいいからとにかく来てくれっていうことだからっていうんでそれでじゃあ行こうかって言ったんですね。でもあまりにも急だったのでそのオーディションのいわゆる本ですかシナリオオーディションのシーンももらってないし 何をどうすればいいのかなんて全く、ね、練習も稽古も何もできない状態でキャスティングディレクターのところに行ったんですね。でそしたらとても親切な方でまあね、前もって準備できないのは分かってるからまあ、とりあえず中に入ってカメラ回しとくから何回やってもいいから練習していいのができたらそれを撮って送りましょうっていうことになってで帰ってその日の夜にエージェントからまた電話が来て多分これは行くと思うから通ると思うから通ったら明日ロサンゼルスに行かなきゃなくなるから荷物の準備だけしといてみたいなこと言われてそれで案の定翌日の朝また電話がかかってきてよかったよってこれから迎えが来るから空港まで行ってってそれでロサンゼルスに行ってホテルにチェックインして翌日なんだ最終選考のいわゆるテスティングってこっちで言うんですけどそれをやってっていうものすごいドタバタしたオーディションの経過でした。That's it.
James, I have to say, a fan chatted in. His name is Lucef, and he said, "The mustache is everything." OMG.
Thank you. Thank you.
今ファンの方がチャットで
All love the mustache. We all love it.
ヒゲ最高とジェームズさんのヒゲ対してコメントしたそうです。
How about anyone else? One or two of you, an interesting story of how you got your perspective role?
他に役柄が決まるにあたって面白いエピソードがある方はいらっしゃいますか？
Just to add on to James's story, I remember seeing him walk in with his suitcase and being like, "Oh hey!" And I remember thinking like, "I think that's our Robert Minoru. That's going to totally be." Although then we had different names in the dummy sides, but sometimes you just get a feeling. And sure enough, there we were. What, a week later, all of us. Yeah.
ちょっとジェームズさんのお話に付け加える形になるんですけど、ジェームズさんが来た時スーツケースを持っていたんですけど、その時彼がロバート・ミノルなんだと思いました。そして1週間後にはキャストの皆さんみんなが揃っていました。
So since so much of this the show centers around the attention around the kids, I'm going to ask Virginia if you can tell us how you got your role as Karolina Dean.
Yeah, I was in Canada working on something and got the audition for it. And I think the tape had to be turned in the next day. And I had no one to do the audition sides with me, and no setup, no nothing. So I got off work at night and I used my laptop camera to film the self-tape. And I had my mom call my hotel room phone to read the other sides with me through the hotel phone. And to this day, I say it's one of the worst self-tapes I've ever made, and I have no idea how that got me the job. And our casting director and I have always laughed about how horrible that self-tape looked. But I'm fortunate enough that he saw something in me through that tape and got the job.
実はカナダでお仕事をしていた時このオーディションの話をいただいたんですけど、その時オーディションのスライドといってセリフを読むんですけど、相手役をしてくれる方が誰もいなくてホテルで一人でそのセルフテープオーディション動画を撮ったんですけど、その時ホテルのスタッフさんにお電話で母に電話してもらって、で電話越しでお母さんに相手役をやってもらってセルフテープを作ったんですけど、奇跡的に今回の役が決まった時は本当にびっくりして、ディレクターとスタッフさんと本当にセルフテープひどかったよねって笑いながら話していました。
Lyrica, how about you? How did you come about your role?
I think it happened pretty fast because I was also on the East. I was in New York, and they were, I think, mainly auditioning in LA at the time. And then they quickly were like, let's look for people in New York. And I auditioned for Nico. And I remember Nico's name wasn't Nico on the sides. And all that I had to research on was the fact that she was like a Japanese American Marvel character. So I looked that up online, got as much info as I could, and went in to read as Nico in the New York casting department. And then pretty much like a week later, they're like, oh yeah, you're going to go on a flight to LA. You're going to do a screen test and you're probably going to shoot the pilot. And things happen very fast. But it worked out.
とても急だったんですけど、当時、LA の方でオーディションを開催していて、で、ニューヨークでもいい人がいないかということで、私ニューヨークにいたんですけど、声をかけていただいて、ニコのオーディションを受けた時、ニコの役柄のお名前はニコではなくまた別の名前だったんですけど、ネットで日本人マーベルキャラっていろいろ調べてちょっとイメージして、でニコの役のオーディションを受けて、で急にもうニコになりますよって1週間後ぐらいに決まって、ドタバタ今回このドラマに参加させていただきました。
We have a fan, let's see, Elma Maka asks, do you have a favorite? What do you miss most about filming the show? So I'm gonna just to the general cast.
Yes, of course.
What?
ファンの方からの質問です。撮影の中で一番撮影で恋しいと思うことは何ですか？
Maybe Angel, can you kick us off?
Well, yeah, it's the people. It's all my friends, and just being together and working on great material, wearing fabulous clothes. And, we all became friends, real friends. So that's what I miss the most is the friendships. Lyrica, will you translate for me?
No, don't us like that. James, baby. No, my Japanese.
Oh, come on, girl. Come on.
I only speak Japanese to my parents. I'm so insecure.
Well, call me mama.
I know. I'll call my mom and then maybe you'll hear it.
Over the phone.
No, it's the friends. It's the friendships that we made. We all really became very close and we still talk every day pretty much. Us girls definitely do. So that was really what was special about our show.
I agree. It's the cast. The nicest cast, the most interesting cast that I've ever worked with.
Which is pretty impressive for such a giant cast of series regulars. I mean, that doesn't happen all the time. So
that egg, yeah.
Good people.
Totally feel the same. Go ahead, Lemmy.
Sorry. エンジェルさんの回答なんですけど、やっぱり一番恋しいのはキャストの皆さんですかね。もちろん綺麗なお洋服を着たりもして、それもすごい恋しいなって思うんですけど、本当にこの撮影期間中みんなお友達になって、もう今では特に女性のキャストの皆さんとは毎日連絡を取り合う仲なので、本当にキャストが恋しいです。で、ジェームズ・マスターさんも付け加えてそうですね。やっぱりキャストですねということです。
Well, we get a very common question that we get from fans is, and I'm going to have maybe Clarissa, if you can start us off on this one. Do you have a favorite episode from the 3 seasons that you could share?
I love... Oh, go ahead. Oh, sorry. ファンの皆さんからよく聞いていただく質問なんですけど、今回3シーズンありますけど、その中で一番お気に入りのエピソードはありますか？ Sorry, take it away.
No. I really loved the episode with the baby. I think I said that before. With the baby, because we had 2 twins on set and they were so cute and they were warm. And they would just fall asleep in your arms underneath the hot lights. And it was very sweet. So I think that, and I also loved when we did the whole it still had the baby. Everything with the babies.
やっぱり赤ちゃんが出てくるエピソードですかね。セットに撮影現場に2人の赤ちゃん双子の赤ちゃんがいたんですけど、もう腕に抱いてるとすぐ寝ちゃってもいい、すごい暖かくてとにかく癒されたので、やっぱり赤ちゃんがいたエピソードがお気に入りでした。
My favorite episode was when I got to fight Lyrica, and I rehearsed with the stunt double who was selling a kick at my chest. And when we went to shoot, Lyrica threw the kick right up at my face where it was supposed to be. And the stunt double explained to me that Lyrica's kick was higher than the stunt double, which I have never in my life seen that an actor would have a higher kick than the stunt person. Lyrica is tight on stunts.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, James.
ジェームス・マスターさんの一番好きなエピソードはリリカさんと戦ったエピソードがあるんですけど、その時最初リハーサルでスタントダブルの方と戦っていたんですけど、ここぐらいにキックが来たんですよ。で本番リリカさんと撮影した時はもう顔の方に来て、スタントダブルより高く蹴る俳優女優さんを初めて出会ったので、もうとにかくびっくりしましたということです。
Lyrica, I take it that's not your first kick you've probably thrown. You've
No, but I will say this. My karate teacher always used to kind of correct me, saying that my kicks didn't need to be high. It needed to be strong. So I still need to work on my strength in kicking, and not my height. Yeah. Still working on it.
リリカさんは空手の先生によく蹴るときは高く蹴るんじゃなくて強く蹴るべきだと言われていたようなので、未だにまだ特訓しているようです、キックを。
I assure you, nobody's ever said my kicks were too high. Just so you know.
私はキックが高いなんて言われたことはないわ。
Brigid, you got to tell us, did you already share your favorite episode? Or I guess you sort of shared your favorite episode. I don't know.
My favorite episode was the pilot, and I didn't even do that much, but it was just so nuts. It was just crazy. And we were all, we were shooting so quickly that we're all in a room over and over again doing bits, ad-libbing. And the first time we were all working together, and I'm running back with my champagne to get back to the beginning because it was just like guerrilla filmmaking kind of. But we all got to know each other very well and ad-lib in the pilot.
私が一番好きだったのはパイロットの撮影です。パイロットというのはそのドラマシリーズの中で第1話を指す、言葉なんですけど、その時皆さん初めて会ったので、とても仲良くなってアドリブとか出しながら演技をしていったのが楽しかったです。
It was so fast and furious. I don't know if we all knew like how special it would be, and we were all together. I remember going to that party that like at the beginning to sort of announce the show, and we were all together dressed up, and we had no clue that, you know, we would be friends for the next 3 years and forever. It was crazy. Nobody tell my fart story. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your fart story?
Fart story?
Yeah, I'm going to translate that.
Oh, I ripped one in that group scene in the pilot. I ripped one so loud, and I remember somebody, I think it was Brittany, was like, well, we're all getting to know each other.
That was you? Now I know.
ちょっと笑いすぎて通訳できるか微妙なんですけど、ドラマが決まった時発表のパーティーがあって、皆さんとても綺麗なお洋服を着て、清掃して参加したんですけど、その当時みんなで集まった時は3年間もうみんな大親友になるとはまさか思ってなくて、3年間もしくはもう永遠ですよね、親友になるとは思ってなかったんですけど、その時にすっごい大きな音のおならをしちゃったので、それはもう内緒ということでお願いしますということです。
Was it the Wilder house, right? In the big foyer?
Exactly. Yeah. You remember.
Yeah,
it was
I remember. I remember.
兄さん覚えている
I was
そう
like,
です。
damn.
Yeah, 3 a.m. shooting all together. We all got loopy, and it was the best.
朝3時までの撮影でもうちょっとみんなおかしくなってきて、とても楽しかったです。
How about one more? Annie, how about you? Do you have a favorite episode or?
It's hard to remember.
How about a favorite? Do you have a favorite moment or something on set that was your favorite?
I mean, for whatever reason, I flash back to any of the weird red robe craziness where we were all like in these crazy robes and sacrificing people. And it was the pilot, but then we would also flash back and we have to wear the red robes again. And sometimes we were like, oh, not the red robes. But looking back, it's kind of the most fun stuff that pops in my head.
Because we were all awkwardly in matching outfits. And we're like why are your sleeves long?
Get on our skin. We'd have red all over our skin.
Yeah.
They were heavy. They weighed like 50 pounds.
They were awful.
赤ローブのシーンで、人間、その人ですよね、生贄にするシーンがやっぱりすごい印象に残っていて、当時、ちょっと不気味な赤ローブをみんな、お揃いで赤いローブを着て、とても印象に残っていて、キャストの皆さんが本当に印象に残っているっていうことをおっしゃってます。とても重かったそうです、衣装が。
Lyrica, we had a fan chat in that said that Zoe, this is from Zoe, she's been, it says, I've been studying Japanese for years. I still have no confidence, so the struggle is real.
Oh, good. I thought she was going to ask me. Yeah, no, the struggle is real. I've been speaking my whole life, but I still feel like my Japanese isn't quite good enough to, I don't know, be fully confident in. I don't know, but I'm working on it.
when we
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Just translate that quickly. ファンのゾイさんからのコメントなんですけど、今日本語を勉強中で、もうとても難しくて困ってますということです。で、リリカさんも子供の頃からずっと喋ってるんですけど、やっぱりなんか自信を持って喋るのは未だに難しくて苦戦していますとのことです。Sorry, James, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that whenever, we were offset and, doing social stuff or whatever, going out for dinner, going out for drinks, I would make her speak to me in Japanese. And
I mean, it would just
very well. You did very well. Yeah.
Because when I feel like, I don't know, because after 3 years of playing daughter and father, our relationship, it feels very daughter and father like. I speak my dad in Japanese. I speak your Japanese.
Naturally.
Yeah.
The fans would love you if you spoke just anything. Seriously. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
It's gonna happen. It'll happen in the chats.
So to James and Lyrica, this show is so popular in Japan. The fans really requested that Wizard World would put on this panel. And so maybe to ask you, what's it like to create a show that has so much popularity within not just Japan, but then just internationally, like all over the globe. But does it mean something special to you specifically that it has such a fan following in Japan?
今回の Marvel's Runaways はとても世界中で大人気で日本でも大人気なので何かそれに対して特別感じることはありますか
Did you have a chance to translate the other one? What they were doing?
Oh no, I didn't. Can I go back and translate that?
Go for it. Yeah.
OK すいませんちょっと戻ってしまうんですけどこの質問の前にジェームズ八重樫さんがおっしゃっていたことを通訳させていただきます撮影以外の時リリカさんとご飯などに行く時に絶対に日本語を当時喋ってもらってたんですけど若干無理やりにですよね
日本語なんだかどうかはちょっと微妙だけれども結構
喋ってもらっていてでも父と娘の関係なのでもうリリカさんはお父さんとは日本語で喋るので、ナチュラルな感じに喋れたということですよね、はい、すいません先ほどの質問に、戻ります今回日本でもとても人気なランナーウェイなので何か特別な思い入れありますか Do you have any going back to the question before but do you have any like special feelings because doing this show because it's also widely popular in Japan?
Well, I have family in Japan. It's always only been me and my parents in here. So just thinking about how I could have family in Japan watching the show and kind of keeping up with what I've been doing over here is kind of nice. And yeah, I never even expected so many people to be tuning in. And I'm just so grateful to be on this show. Well, yeah, not anymore, but was very grateful.
両親と私はアメリカにいるんですけどそれ以外の親戚は皆さん日本にいるのでこのような形でこのシリーズに出演して皆さんに知っていただくのがとても嬉しいと思います。
And I must say, yeah, it's been wonderful to be able to be in a show that has such a following in Japan. personally just because I grew up there, but it's been really neat to hear from some friends that I haven't seen since middle school. Looking me up and saying, I saw the show. It's great. It's been kind of a neat sort of personal journey for me as well. どうしましょう?
Whichever.
日本で育ったので、プロになってからっていうか、学生の頃からずっとアメリカなんですけれども、こういう日本でも放映されて、ファンの方々、大勢のファンの方々に見てもらえる番組に出られるっていうのはやっぱりなんか、個人的にとても感慨深いものがありまして、で例えばもう中学時代以来全然会ってない友達なんかからももう突然メールなんかが届いたりして見たよと応援してくれるのがとても嬉しいですね。
I'm very happy that this show is popular in Japan, and I hope it makes up in some small way for the disaster that was Dragon Ball Evolution, which I was in. That was not the worst film in the world, but it was not Dragon Ball Z. So my apologies.
今回のドラマが日本で大人気でとても嬉しいです。Dragon Ball Revolution, did you say?
Evolution. It
Evolution.
was a movie based on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
ドラゴンボール Z を題材にしたドラゴンボールエボリューションという映画があって、その映画がとってもひどかったので、今回の Runaways に出演することによって日本の皆さんに謝罪できると嬉しいですとのことです。
James, you're just gaslighting.
I need to watch this now.
You're just gaslighting now, James. How about Brittany? Do you have any resonate with you in any special way?
I mean, just being part of a cast that is so diverse, I think was just a really important thing for me. And no matter how old you are or where you are, representation matters. And I was just so happy to be a part of that, and also to be a part of like the Minoru family with these incredible actors who are now such dear friends and amazing people. Just to add just to play such cool, dynamic characters with such a crazy family dynamic was a lot of fun.
今回のキャストがとてもダイバーシティを大切にしていて、とてもインターナショナルないろんな国籍や人種の方がいるキャストなので、それがとても良かったなと感じています。そしてみのり家の一人を演じられたのもとても嬉しいです。
We have several questions, and I'm going to throw us out to anyone. We've got a question about do you have a favorite? There's so many fabulous LA locations, and Jean Caldwell asks, do you have a favorite location that you shot at in LA? And then we also have another question that just says, did you keep a special memorabilia from the show? And so feel free to answer either one. So I'm gonna ask James to kick it off, but go ahead and let me.
質問が2つあります。1つはLA で素晴らしい撮影をできる場所がたくさん、ロケ地がたくさんあると思うんですけど、Runaways で一番好きだったロケ地はどこですか？で、もう1つは Sorry, what was the other one again?
A favorite something you have from thing that you have memorabilia.
で、Thank you. もう1つが今回撮影の中で持ち帰った思い出の品はありますかということです。皆さんにどちらかの質問を答えていただきたいと思います。
Which James do you want to answer that?
James M. How about that? James M.
Sure. I didn't take anything from the set, but I would take photographs of the clothes that they would put me in so that I could buy them for myself because they gave me such nice suits. And I'm wearing the suit that I bought. That is exactly the same one that I wore on the show. It's a theory suit. It's rather expensive, and it's absolutely fabulous.
Cool. So you're cosplaying right now?
I'm cosplaying as Victor Stein.
撮影現場からは何も持ち帰っていないのですが、衣装のスーツがとてもかっこよかったので、そのスーツの写真を撮って後から同じものを買いました。で、今着ているのもセオリーのスーツなんですけど、その役の時に着ていたスーツと同じなので、ある意味コスプレですよねということです。
I loved shooting at the Angelus Abbey Memorial Park. It's in Compton, California. And so we were at a mausoleum, all the pride scenes where we were sacrificing teenagers in the red robes. We shot at a real mausoleum in LA. Most of those locations were real places in Los Angeles. So shooting at a mausoleum in Compton, that we had never been to that part of LA. And we went to the Watts Towers afterwards just to see it and experience it. That was really, really cool just to be a part of an LA story shot in Los Angeles.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with what a mausoleum is.
It's a cemetery with big tombs that are inside. They're beautiful, but it's essentially a large cemetery.
Okay, thank you. LA で実際のその大きな霊廟をですよね、壮大な墓場で撮影をしたんですけど、当時その、10代の子供たちを生贄にするというシーンをそこで撮影したんですけど、本当のお墓で撮影できるのがとても印象に残っていて特別なことでした。
I feel like the kids got to see a lot more of LA and be out a lot more. I did take a couple things from that though. I took a wizard mug, and then they also gave us we had that big Pride Forbes cover that was at our office, and they printed out a copy of it, so I have that framed in the office. And whenever anyone comes by to visit pre-pandemic, they all think I'm a lot fancier than I am.
This is a Pride frame, or?
Yeah, so it's the Forbes magazine, and it was a picture of all of the Pride.
Okay.
A fake cover that we had in our office is like the most powerful.
Okay.
And the Pride was the name of the parent organization in the show.
Yeah, and it was destroyed. Right, yes. It was destroyed in the fight by Lyrica. It was the big wall that shattered, that big portrait of all of us. Oh, there it is. James has it.
Nice.
All were gifted it. It was a set piece in the Pride Foundation, and they gifted it to all of us, and we all have it framed, I'm sure, somewhere.
This is it.
Oh,
this is it.
I want it. I want one.
I have to do a pan.
Yeah. Mine is framed.
Oh.
Nice.
持ち帰ったのが魔法使いのマグカップと、そしてシリーズに出てくるそのプライドの皆さんがフォーブズ誌のカバーに表紙に載っているというその小道具があるんですけど、その小道具を家に持ち帰って家に来る人はみんなすごいびっくりします。フォーブズ誌の表紙にいるんだという。
For our
pictures with the dinosaur, that made me very happy. I have dinosaur pictures that I put in a little frame with me and a dinosaur.
恐竜と一緒の写真をフレームに飾っているそうです。Oh, with your dinosaur?
Yeah, with our dinosaur in the show. You don't get that every day.
No.
And we're unfortunately running out of time, but for our last question, or at least a comment, a very important comment, one fan lists, this is from, Miranda, and she says, Karolina and Nico were such a nice representation for queer girls. They meant a lot to many of us. And so, wanted to ask, what was it like, that sort of representation? What did it mean to you? And what does it mean when you hear feedback like that?
カロリーナとニコがクエアといってなんていうんですかね、クエアの役でそれを代表して今回この役を演じというのはどういうお気持ちですか？
So Lyrica, Virginia?
Yeah, I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to play Nico alongside Ginny, because we were very communicative about how we wanted to represent them. And going into the show, we didn't know where those two would end up, like they were just friends. But in the comics, we knew that there was, they would kind of that you're into a relationship, and we were hoping for that for those two together for a while. So I'm really glad that we were both able to, explore that together. And yeah, I just feel so lucky to be able to have been able to play Nico with Virginia.
はい、ニコとジニーを演じれてとても良かったです。ジニーとちゃんと話し合いながら役に挑みました。漫画の方を読んでいて2人が一緒になるんだなというのは分かっていたので、今回このドラマでも2人が一緒になれてとても嬉しかったです。こういう役を演じることはとても貴重な体験になりました。
I think for both of us, we fought for Nico and Karolina, like Lyrica said, to be able to explore their relationship since the pilot and since we both read the comics, and being able to be a part of such a meaningful relationship that's meant so much to so many people is honestly one of the most amazing things about being an actor, is when you're able to really help somebody get through something or feel seen and understood. So it was a really incredible thing to be a part of. And honestly, like looking back, one of my favorite things about being on that show was just being able to provide that really necessary representation.
2人ともニコとカロリーナが一緒になれるようにすごい頑張ったと思います。今回の、ドラマでその2人が一緒になるというのを見てとても勇気づけられる方も多いと思うので、そうですね、その LGBTQ などを方を代表することができたのはとても意味があることだと思っています。とても嬉しく思っています。
I am proud that I got Ginny, Virginia, to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is the best video game in the world.
I'm obsessed with it and have not put it down for like a month. I still haven't beaten it because I'm bad at it, but you were so right. It's the most incredible game ever.
I was right. And it'll break your heart when you're done. When you're done with it, you won't want it to be done. Yeah.
I know. I'm close, and I'm already so sad because I'm obsessed with it. Thank you. You changed my life, James. Thank you.
ジェームズさんがジニーにゼルダ Breath of the Wild というゲームを始めさせたことを誇りに思いますということです。で、ジニーさんはもうこのゲームのおかげで人生が変わってとても嬉しいですということです。どういうゲームか気になりますね。
Well, that said, we have fans from all over the world tuning in: Australia, Germany, Mexico, Canada, Ireland, Netherlands, Belgium, of course, all over the world. But Lemmy, can you help our panel say thank you, fans, in Japanese, and then we will conclude our panel.
OK。今回世界中から観覧していただいていると思うんですけど、日本語で皆さんありがとうございましたとキャストの皆さんに言っていただきたいと思います。OK, so I'm going to say thank you everyone in Japanese.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you fans or thank you everyone, whatever. Yeah.
OK。ファンの皆様。ありがとうございました。
So
I'm going to say it again. ファンの皆様。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
All right.
We're terrible. We're horrible.
We should ask James to do it.
With that said, thank you so much to our runaway guests. Thank you, fans. Check out the paid exclusive experiences, including one-on-one private video chats, which will occur next week. You can get custom recorded messages, autographs. All those will be on sale at wizardworldvirtual.com. Thank you so much. Everyone have a happy holidays. And thank you, Cass, for joining us. Have a happy holidays. Thank you, Japan, and all of our international guests. Thank you so much. Have a happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Arigato.
Arigato.
This is John Glover, and you are watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Lionel Luther recommends it. Have some fun. Follow your fandom.